My friends, let's talk about a truth so simple, so stark that it can either be the fire that ignites your life or the cold water that sobers your spirit. If you don't fight for what you want, don't cry for what you lose. We're living in an age of endless spectatorship. We scroll, we watch, we consume. We see other people building empires, creating art, forging relationships, winning championships, and we feel this ache, this quiet yearning for something more. We have these wants, deep, personal, profound. Maybe it's a dream career, a healthier body, a repaired relationship, a creative project, a voice that matters. But here is where the silent tragedy unfolds. We confuse the wanting with the fighting. We believe that because we feel the desire intensely, the universe should honor it. We think that visualizing is the same as building, that complaining about the obstacle is the same as dismantling it, that waiting for the right time is a strategy. It is not. The world operates on a law of exchange, not of luck, not of fairy tales, but of energetic transaction. You must trade something: comfort for effort, fear for courage, time for skill, pride for humility, distraction for focus. This trade, this gritty and glamorous daily commitment is the fight. And what is the fight? It's not always a dramatic public showdown. More often, it's a private war. It's the fight against your snooze button when you said you are drained. It's the fight against your insecurity when you hit publish on your work. It's the fight against your bank balance as you invest in your education. It's the fight against your ego when you need to apologize. It's the fight against the endless scroll to study, to practice, to build. When you refuse to engage in that fight, you are not making a neutral choice. You are casting a vote. You are voting for the comfort of now over the price of tomorrow. You are electing the path of least resistance, and that path has a destination, a place called what could have been. And when you arrive there, when you see someone else in the job you wanted, when you face a health scare you could have prevented, when the relationship withers from neglect, when the dream feels like a dusty memory, you will feel a profound urge to cry, to mourn, to play the victim of a cruel world. But here is the hard wisdom. Those tears will be hollow. They will be salt water without substance, because you did not lose what you fought for. You forfeited when you only wished for. The universe listens to action, not anguish, to respect the currency of effort. You cannot stand on the sidelines of your own life, whispering requests, and then weep when the parade passes you by. You were meant to be in the parade. You were meant to be building the floats, composing the music. So what do you do with this? You get honest. Look at that one thing you claim to want more than anything. Now examine your last 72 hours. Did your actions, your focus, your sacrifices, your brave steps align with that want, or were they a peaceful surrender to mediocrity? This is not a call to relentless hustle without rest. It is a call to profound integrity, to alignment, to letting your daily life become a manifesto of your priorities. Because there are two types of pain in this life: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. So choose your fight. Pick up the weight, embrace the friction, step into the arena of your own existence. And then, if you fight with everything you have, if you bleed for it, sweat for it, think of it, and pour your soul into it, then no matter the outcome, you will stand in peace. You will have no tears of regret, only the quiet, unwavering respect of the person in the mirror. But if you choose not to fight, save your tears. You made your choice. Now live with it or get up. And finally begin. The clock is ticking. What will you trade? What will you fight for? The answer to that question is writing the story of your life. Make sure it's a story you are proud to read. You got this. Now go. Don't cry for what you lose if you don't fight for it.